What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on, everybody? This is Twin Flames Unite, and we are at it again. And if you don't know by now, I'm Chris.
I'm Alicia.
What up? Yo, we're having some lighting issues today. Stuff is just not doing what we needed to do. Hold on. Let's see something. We make one little adjustment. Get this down. Let's see if that helps a little bit. Yeah, it helps a little bit. Yeah, not that much. But, oh well.
Didn't help that much, but it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's really hot in Alabama. It's like 500 degrees, so that's why I'm fanning. Like, you don't have to be doing anything, and you'll just start sweating.
Yeah.
So right now, I'm just glycerin. This is all sweat. I'm
It is.
not doing anything.
It is ridiculous, y'all. But anyway, what's going on? Y'all check on in. Drop something in the chat. Let us know that you're in the building. This one is really going to be a freestyle, but it is. What's up? What's up? A? Is that A or B?
B.
What's up, B? I don't know if that's Beyonce or not, but hey, who knows?
What's up, Beyonce?
Hopefully, y'all are drinking plenty of water.
Plenty
Goodness.
of that. But yeah, we got some updates for you guys. So tonight is going to be the last night that you're seeing this background. Okay, that's one of the few developments that we have been working on. Relentless. So just enjoy this background because you're not going to see all of the artwork is gone. Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just because we are really.
All of it.
So you letting your OCD take hold of you?
Oh no, I was just showing that it's taken
Oh, you're
down.
taking it down. Okay, I thought you were still trying to fix the
No, that's above me now.
it's above you now. So yeah, guys, who is this? Venti 2020. Welcome. So yeah,
What's up? What's up?
enjoy this background because
Last time you're gonna
this
see
is the last time you're gonna see this background. I think tomorrow we'll go live tomorrow, just for shits and giggles.
Yeah.
And that way you get to see a beautiful background.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna love that one. Yeah.
Well, one of the things that we wanted to discuss during this time right now, the times that we're in, this has definitely taught us a lesson.
Many lessons. Now you're being bashful. A lesson, many lessons. We have learned multiple lessons, guys, and we are going to share each and every one of them with you. We just wanted to hop in here and do a quick live to let you guys know how we're doing, where we are moving forward to, and just to say hi because we haven't been here in a while.
Yes.
Right? So just stopping through and saying hi, and definitely giving a shout out to Teresa, my soul sister, like not even best friend. This is like soul family, right?
Yeah.
Also want to give a shout out to ADT, one of our day ones, Miss Fire. Want to give a shout out to Miss Fire. She is currently in probably somewhere out of the country, but she'll be here soon. One of our day ones. Definitely want to give a shout out to those three. How many was there? Miss Fire and Teresa. Definitely want to give you guys lots and lots of love and appreciation for walking this particular part of the journey with us, right? And we're gonna share these detailed experiences on Patreon.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we have had quite the experience this past, I'm gonna say month.
Yeah.
This past month, or maybe a month and a half, maybe 2 months.
Yeah.
We have had quite the journey. When I say quite the journey, I mean quite the journey. So much that we have learned, so many. We have actually gotten a chance to see the truth, many truths, which we will go again into detail on our Patreon. Right, once we settle and you guys see the different background, then we'll do probably go live on Patreon
Yes.
and give you guys some inside scoops of actually what we've been experiencing for the past 2 months. So if you guys wanna or care to know about those experiences, go ahead over to Patreon and become a Patreon. All right, because it's going to be some pretty interesting things. We'll probably do layover, basic lessons, just to share here, not getting too much details, but we're going to share every detail on the Patreon.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes. All right. So for those of you all who are in the building, one of the things that we definitely have to touch on right now is the changes that are going on. There's so much that's going on right now. Mother Gaia fever is running high right now. If you hadn't noticed, today it was 104 degrees in Alabama.
Yeah.
104 degrees. I'm good, baby.
Oh, you're fine? Okay.
Yeah. 104 degrees in Alabama. And this is the time where you really have to step back and look at patterns. Because right now, so many places, their AC is breaking down. I don't know if your AC is working in your area, but we had our neighbors' AC go out. The Dollar General around the corner, that AC went out. Even at some other facilities, a lot of places, their AC is breaking because they cannot handle the amount of heat that is coming through right now. And with that being said, this type of heat, these sun rays, these vibrations, these frequencies that are coming in is not meant for everybody to sustain. Okay? And with that being said, there's so many other things that are going on right now. We still have a lot of people that are checking out, whether it be from natural causes or some other things. A lot of people are checking out. This whole system is breaking down. It's already broken down, and my baby was having a conversation with one of her friends earlier today. And one of the things we talked about, which we've said for quite some time, is that the only group that is still holding up this construct, this tyranny, this fuckery, is the collective consciousness. And if we actually get to the point of letting go of this system, letting go of status, letting go of worrying about what other people think about us, letting go of the need of having certain people around us, which moves us into this whole title of this video, is that you need to move in silence. Because right now, with everything that's broken down the way that it is, I wouldn't say it's the wild, wild west, but your abilities to manifest have intensified a millionfold.
And we are walking proof, literal walking proof. I also want to tell you guys, it's okay to trust, right? No problem trusting people, whatever, but you always want to make sure that you verify, right? So trust, but make sure that you verify. Okay.
Verify and trust.
Right. Make sure that you trust, but you verify. Okay. Be very mindful of the that you keep, and not only that, be very mindful and conscious of the company your company keeps. And say that again. Be very, very mindful of the company your company keeps. All right. Trust, but verify. These times that are here, that are upon us, it's coming with lots and lots and loads of lessons. And some of these patterns, like my baby says, going to repeat. You're going to get a chance again to see, did you learn?
Yeah.
Right. So you might be experiencing a similar situation. You might be coming to an end of a cycle, and be experiencing maybe the same type of archetype as far as individuals, the same type of circumstance, the same type of energy. And it's nothing to get flustered about, even though it's a strong possibility, depending on what it is. You might get flustered, okay?
Right.
But just remind yourself that this is my opportunity to push past and to grow from this instead of repeating it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we don't have to repeat the cycle. You can see it for what it is and we can evolve past it, right?
Yeah. And one other thing with these cycles is that these cycles are not coming around once a quarter or like semi-annually or annually. No, they're probably coming like the next day. Like you got one lesson today, another lesson the next day, another lesson the next day. Like they're coming through fast. If you haven't noticed, the days are speeding up.
Yes, they are.
Just a few days ago, we were watching The Man Who Fell from Earth.
And if you guys haven't seen that series yet, go and check it out.
It comes on every Sunday, and it feels like we just finished watching it yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And in the next few days, the next one's going to be out.
Right.
So it's like minutes have turned to seconds, seconds have turned, hours have turned to minutes, days have turned into hours, weeks have turned into days, and days have turned, and months have turned into weeks. If you follow my drift on that, like it has sped up tremendously.
So we have somebody here who agrees with us. Alyssa said, I say this all the time. Time is going faster. It is. We're not crazy. Mm-hmm. Everybody can't be crazy at the same time. Mm-hmm. I mean, a lot of people, they concur. Now, for those of you who are in the chat, if you feel like you blinked your eye, you know, and now it's freaking June from January, just put a 1 in the chat. If you can relate to feeling like something isn't right, like this is really, something is off. It feels like it was just last week really doesn't feel like last week.
It feels like yesterday.
It feels like yesterday. Like, wow, is it Friday again? I can't believe it's Friday already. Mm-hmm. So something is changing.
Yeah, definitely in dream space, and so many things are. They're changing. We very, very fast.
All 4, 5. Look at this. 1, 1, 1, 1. We all ain't crazy. We all can't be crazy at the same time. No. So something is happening, guys.
And then you also have to pay attention to your surroundings and the people in your surroundings.
Oh my God, this is vital, guys.
Because right now, people are losing their shit.
Losing it. There are no more marbles in their jars.
Nope, it is gone. We have seen people on the freeway. They were going straight, but then all of a sudden stopped and decided to go reverse on the freeway.
On the freeway.
We got this one dude. We just sit here and we're just watching. We're at the stoplight, right? We should have recorded it, but we don't put that man on blast. But he's walking down the street, and the whole time he walking, he talking to somebody.
Oh, he keep going in the circle. He
was just spinning around, and he was just spinning around. I'm like, hold up, like who is he spinning around? He kept looking back, like somebody
was there having a conversation, and you would think, oh, maybe that's just somebody who's just on the street. This guy had a job. Like he was actually walking from someplace. Maybe he was in his lunch break or whatever.
He was on his smoke break or something.
Smoke break, whatever. This dude, after he did all his spins and had all his conversations, he had an apron on, right? Mm-hmm. He went right back in the restaurant to work.
Right.
Completely gone, talking to, maybe he's seen into different dimensions. I don't know. Mm-hmm. We don't know. But he was having a big conversation, and every time he had the conversation, he'll spin around, he'll say something, then he'll spin around. He made circles. Every time you go forward, you make a circle, and then he have a conversation, and he kept walking.
Like, you really have to pay attention to what's going on.
Yeah. And
you will actually see, and you know what, brother Yosef mentioned this, Dr. Dr. Valentine talked about it. Not Valentine, what's the light skin
Phil Valentine?
No, not Phil Valentine. The other one.
Adopted?
Gosh, why is his name not coming to mind? It's not Phil Valentine. It's the other one. Wow, why can't I remember?
What does he talk about?
He always talks about the aliens and
Dr. Blair?
Dr. Deborah Blair. There you
He's
go.
not light skinned.
He is fair skinned.
No, he's not.
He wasn't like. Anyway, Dr. Blair talked about how we would start seeing other entities around.
Mm-hmm.
And I promise you, yesterday we saw these two individuals.
Oh my gosh.
Something was going on with the back of their neck. Something was going on there.
Something right.
One dude, his neck had a 6-pack.
Something wasn't right, man.
I'm like, what
They're here.
am I looking at?
They're here.
So with that being said, there's so much that's going on. So with that being said, your ability to access and maneuver is there.
Right.
It is there. You don't need anybody's permission.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that we suggest is that you move and don't do no harm to anybody else.
Right.
And one of the things we had talked about, especially in the situation that we're currently in right now, is that this is not the time to fly off the handlebars and just wild out on people.
Even though, because of the energies that's currently here, you might feel tested. And I know for sure that I have been tested. Like, I have been put through the washing machine. And listen, let me tell you something about people right now, okay? There are certain people that are strategically put in your life, okay, to continuously test you.
Mm-hmm.
All right? Let's say you've been meditating. Let's say for the past 3-4 years, you've been meditating, you've been drinking tea, you've been doing your yoga, you've been doing your shadow work. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You've really been connecting with your higher self. You've been reading all kind of books. You got sage and Santa Paula in every corner of your house. And you feel like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you got your singing bowl, you know what I'm saying? 532 hertz, 528 hertz, like, yeah. Then here comes somebody from your past. Right? They come in, they're seeing things in a whole new light now. Now you're shining, you have a different light now. So they're like, okay, so you don't do this anymore? Wow. Okay, wow. And your light is so bright, you're shining, you have a different aura about you. And it's like they admire it, but a part of them wants to destroy it. Okay, I want y'all to listen really carefully here.
Another reason why we're moving in silence now.
They like your progress, they admire it, but they want to destroy it. So you gotta be very, very mindful. You gotta really learn how to read energies, and when you see something, acknowledge it right away. Don't try to brush it off. Don't try to say, oh, nah, it's been so long. No. Yes. When you see something, you acknowledge it. Acknowledge it, okay?
Yes.
Don't try to paint it a different picture. See it for what it is and then you move accordingly. You trust, but you verify. All right? Now, I want to say this piece that goes along with this. When you're vibrating on a high frequency, right? From the heart space, you mentioned all those little things before that you did that brought you to the place that you're at. You're feeling really good. You can, because now you're operating in a completely different frequency, right? So from your perspective, everybody is beautiful. You know what I mean? Come on in, Do you want something to drink? Oh, sit down. We're cooking. Come and eat. Oh, hey, right? And because you're vibrating so high, you might miss some red flags. So it's beautiful to vibrate at a really high level, but In everything we must have balance, and that's one of the lessons that we learned recently. In everything you must have balance.
Yes.
Because the pendulum swings both ways.
That it does.
But before it swing back, you have this dip at the bottom. Back around. You have to acknowledge these natural laws that we have here governing things. Laws of rhythm and cycles,
Yes.
Polarity, everything has its equal and opposite. So all of those things work together really to help us to manage in this particular realm that we're currently in.
Mm-hmm.
So when you guys are vibrating high, when you've gone through, you've done your shadow work, you've had a nice routine, just be very mindful of people from the past coming into your present circumstance and really trying to bring you down.
Mm-hmm.
Because you being on a high frequency, you want good for everyone. You want to help everyone. You want to do everything for everyone. But just keep in mind that might not necessarily be what everyone wants for you. You know what I mean? Because just like this bright light that we have here, if we were to take this really bright light and we were to put it outside, a lot of moths will come. Mm-hmm. It will be attracted to the light because moths, they love light. Mm-hmm. They love the flame. Moths still flame, literally, right? Yeah. Twin flame. So when you were exuding that much light, you really have to be mindful. All right. The people will be attracted to you. Like, a lot of unhealed people would be attracted to you because you're giving off like a healing energy. So they'll come to you. So you have to know when to pull back, right? Because you don't want them to kind of like suck you dry and you're unconscious of it and kind of bring you back down. And then you have to start over again, because once you spiral down, and this is the thing about spiraling up. Let's say you're here, right? And you're spiraling up, right? Keep this here. You're spiraling up, spiraling up, spiraling up, right? Something happens and you fall. You don't fall. You think you're gonna fall here, don't you? No, baby. However high you rise, it's the equivalent of how you fall. You know what I'm saying? So what you got to do now is you got to work, spiral your way back up, get your ass to the middle. Then you can. This is when you go like this, and then now once you center yourself, now you can work your way back up. Yes. So what I'm saying here, I'm saying all this to say, when you're vibrating on a different frequency, please be very mindful of your surroundings. Mm-hmm. Okay? Yes. Don't get ditzy headed and think whiskey flow down the stream and everybody is love and light and unity, and it doesn't work. It would be nice if it works like that, but not in this particular realm that we are right here. Right. All right?
Right. And it's a reason why we have to move in silence, not even just doing things, but actually being silent. Because being silent allows you to hear that small little voice that is telling you which way you need to move that would be most beneficial for you. Because we don't know if you have noticed this, but there's a lot of help here.
Yeah.
And if you are distracted, like who is Binti 2020 says, thank you for the warning because all the distractions, you are so welcome. But when you are engulfed in all of these distractions, you can miss the little small voice or the small nudge to tell you to go and check on something, or to not go right now, or things like that. Because if it were not for us tuning in,
oh my God, we probably would have been in the damn nut house.
If it were not for us tuning in,
telling you,
to those small nudges, and it may seem crazy, case in point today, right? We're finishing up some business, and my baby was in the office, and I was in the car waiting for her to come in, because I feel it's a simple errand for us to run. She's gonna run in there, come back, and then boom, we're gonna be off and going on to the next thing. But while I'm sitting in the car, something was like, need to go check on it. I was like, it's a simple task. What the hell? And
a caveman can do it.
Yeah, even a caveman can do it. And so I sat there and I was like, it came back again. It's like, no, go check on it. I was like, okay. I immediately dropped everything that I was doing, went inside and saw that she actually did need some additional help with something. And so I was able to step in and help remove a lot of confusion that was going on.
Cleared it right up.
But if I had not listened to that, who knows what my baby would have been doing.
Because I was really losing it.
Right?
Losing it, man. We had a heck of a week, boy.
Yes. And we know that y'all are feeling it as well.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing that, once again, a lot of people are not talking about is people being forced to move or put in situations to uproot. Once again, these are distractions.
Relocate.
These are distractions to lower your frequency.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing that has really helped me, and I think it's helped you as well, is understanding that anything that comes at you, whether it be negative or positive, it don't matter.
Alchemize, baby. Alchemize. That's what we've been doing this whole 2 months, is alchemizing. I'll tell you, there has been individuals, and I'm not going to name names, who literally set a trap for us. Like, it was just out of pure hate and jealousy, animosity, for no reason, just jealous, you know? When you're doing too good, like when someone doesn't expect you to do so well in life, you know what I mean? They see you doing good, they see you thriving, they see that you're in, not pretend, love. And you've been in love for about 5 solid years, maybe even more in the spirit world, right? But you're truly, truly with someone that honors you. And literally, we love each other. Like when you come around us,
unconditionally.
When you come around us, it's not an in-between. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. There is no in-between, and anybody can tell you this. You come around us, if you're a miserable person and you're rejecting love, you're gonna reject us automatically.
You're not gonna like us.
You're gonna hate us. You're gonna hate our guts. We're gonna make you sick.
Hey, look at these two.
We are disgustingly in love. We are sickening in love. So if you are not vibrating on that love frequency, you're not gonna want to be around us.
No.
However, if you are vibrating on the love frequency and you appreciate love and you honor love, then you're gonna love our energy, right? So keep in mind, we're in the upside down. You got the yin and you got the yang. So there are people out there who literally try to put stuff in our path that was meant to crush us. It was literally meant to crush us and make us homeless and make us incomeless. But we're here to tell you, you know, and for the individual trying to set up this, it didn't work. You were actually like Joe Biden. No, hold on, you're like Sleepy Joe and Gates. You know how Sleepy Joe and Gates try to depopulate, right? But they accidentally woke the whole world up. That's what they did.
Yeah.
They tried to break us, but guess what? You elevated us and you didn't even know it. So your plans did not work.
No.
I'm so sorry. Our relationship is beautiful. And it's based off of authenticity. It's not based off of money. It's not based off of superficiality. It's not based off of none of those things. And so when you try to put things in our path in hopes of destroying us, it's only making us stronger.
Right.
And that's for the energies that was trying to come our way.
Yeah.
That they thought that, something was gonna work, but it didn't work.
Yeah. And see, the thing is that once again, this whole construct is pretty much fallen. It has fallen,
Mm-hmm.
and the only thing that's keeping it up is some toothpicks, which are the collective consciousness.
Right.
And so they know that the gig is up. And so this is why they will throw everything plus the kitchen sink at you to lower your vibration. Because if you lower your vibration, then yeah, you are with them.
Mm-hmm.
But see, so many people are raising their vibration. It's like at middle school when you were picking somebody to play on your team, and you picking somebody, and then you end up being the last person left. It's like you want to mess up somebody so that they don't get picked, and then you're still there, so that you're not there all by yourself. And so that's what these energies are attempting to do. And for some individuals, unfortunately, they are successful at it. Because some of these individuals were flying high, some things went down and it brought them low.
Right.
And now they're in that club with these other lower vibrational beings, but we don't want that for y'all. That's why we're giving you this information now, so that you can be aware of it and just know that these are just tactics. These are tactics of a 2-year-old who is mad because you ain't sharing your energy with them no more.
Exactly. So you just have to be very, very mindful. When you see something presented to you, don't try to say this is not what it is. Tell yourself this is what it is, because sometimes you have to let people go. You really do.
Yes.
You have to sometimes you have to let the people go that is really preventing you from getting to your next level.
Yes.
Okay? Because this is a journey. And if you're on a journey, you gotta walk that path. And if there are energies around you that is literally holding you back, you gotta let it go. And then that's the lesson for you of learning how to let go.
Yeah.
And I've had to learn how to let go within the past month. I've had to do a lot of letting go.
Yes.
Because I realized that what I was doing is I was partaking in exchange of energies, but it was not equal. That's another lesson that we learn along the way is when you're exchanging energy with someone, you want to make sure that it's balanced. Okay, so if someone is pouring into you, right, and they're pouring into you, you're learning something from them, you're gaining something from them. Keep the energies balanced by trying to find a way to reciprocate. You see what I'm saying? Because if you just keep taking and taking and taking and taking, or giving and giving and giving and giving, there will be it will create an imbalance. And so you don't want that. Imbalances it makes things shaky, literally. And if you're trying to build something solid, something foundational, you need to maintain the balance, in those ships. Remember, relationships, they're taking you someplace. Right. So if you have these relationships, doesn't matter what type of relation it is, it's a ship and it's meant to take you someplace. You definitely want to make sure you're keeping that balance so that it doesn't tilt. Right. And you don't get hurt, or the other person don't get hurt in the process.
Yes. And one other thing that came to mind and just reminded about this is that for any individuals who are looking for assistance from any government entities and government agencies, and it's not working out for you, you're wondering like they're supposed to have this program here to help me do this and to do this, that, and the other, but why are they not doing it? Here's the thing. Here's a secret that they won't tell you, is that because you are one of the woke and aware ones. You are one of those sleeping giants that they woke up So they are not going to help you better yourself because they know that you bettering yourself means that you're not going to be dependent on them. I don't know who needed to hear that, but that's just something that is a little bit off topic, but not so much. But just understand that that's the reason why you are not getting the assistance that you're looking for, is that because you're not one of the ones that they want to keep.
Ooh. Because they want to keep the ones that they can control.
There you go. All right.
Wow.
That was, once again, that was not planned. It was just something that came through. So if you're picking up what I'm putting down, make sure you drop a handy dandy like on the video.
Yes, guys. And also, if you guys are finding any value in what we are saying, please feel free to send a donation via Cashapp or PayPal, however you feel like giving. You know, $1. You know, it doesn't matter. $2, 50 cents, whatever. If you're finding value in what we're saying and you want to do an equal exchange of energy, feel free. You know, not a problem. We appreciate any and everything that you can provide. You know, and again, we're just doing an equal exchange of energy, keeping things balanced.
Yes. And one other thing too, right now with this heat, this ain't even the tip of the iceberg as far as the heat that is about to embark or that's about to hit this planet. Okay? And if you want to know how to endure this, and this is something that's been talked about and kind of prophesied on a couple of different things as far as the transmutation of these vessels, right? With everything that's going on, it is very, 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 very important that we be within the same frequency and in sync with Mother Gaia. Call it Terra, whatever you want to call it. You need to be in tune with the earth, okay? And in addition to that, and when you look at what's going on with the sun, it's not something that you need to run from. Especially if you have DNA that can really help in transmuting those solar energies that's coming through. And once again, this is not just for the melanated community, because understand that there's still a lot of other of our fellow human beings that can still take the sun
and transmute just as well.
Yeah, so it's not a melanin thing. Get off your high horse. It ain't that great. Okay. But one of the things that I've been led to do in the past week, really, is, and y'all gonna probably think I'm crazy, and I just said it's 104 degrees in Alabama. But one of the things I've been doing for the past couple of days is going out and laying in the sun.
Crazy.
Laying in the sun. And here's the thing, and this is my experience. I don't know if any one of you all have experiences, or if you're even trying this. I don't know if you're as crazy as I am.
Don't do it, guys. So I won't advise it.
Understand.
Advisory.
But I'm just telling you my experience, especially on this last go round that I did. After a while of just laying there in the sun, sweat dripping everywhere, right? I'm just laying there. It's just like the blanket is just drenched. What happened within about 5 minutes into just laying there, I no longer felt the heat.
You know why? We already said why.
My baby said I died.
That's right. His spirit was like, man, I'm not messing with you. I am out of here. When you get up out that sun, I'm gonna come back in that body.
But you know, I've been building up my tolerance for the sun, to be honest. Whenever I take my little breaks throughout the day, I would sit outside, feet on the ground, grounding, palms up to the sun, taking in that energy. And this last go around, just laying there in the sun, I laid out there for about a good 20-30 minutes.
Yep, that's why your soul left and came back. And that's why you didn't feel nothing, because it was gone. So it was like, hell out of here.
If y'all think I'm crazy, drop a 1 in the chat.
Put the 1, man. Y'all know how hot it is in Alabama.
But yeah,
shit don't make no sense.
But yo, I'm like, this is just some of the things that we can actually do to be in tune with this earth.
True.
Because these solar energies, in the midst of all the other energy pulses that are coming through our galaxy, we are literally being upgraded.
That's right. Listen, you're gonna have to be crazy to make it out of this thing, man. You can't. You have. Let me tell you something about this place, right? They say the matrix, right? The matrix is a mind, right? It's a womb, right? So notice how anyone who has actually stepped outside of this matrix, this mind, this womb, right? Because the womb is the place where you develop, right? So the matrix is a place of development. So anyone that actually steps outside of the mind, right, the matrix, they call them crazy. But in order for you to understand something, you have to get a full picture of it, which means you will have to step outside of it. Like, you know, see how we in this house, right? We could be in the house. We can go all dimensions in this house. But in order for us to really understand and experience this house in its fullness, we have to step outside of it. So when they say, oh, you crazy, you know what I'm saying? That's because technically what you've done in most cases, the brilliant ones, I should say, they have stepped outside of the mind. They step outside of the matrix so that they can have an understanding of the matrix, which is the mind, which is the womb, which is the place of development. So in order for you to get out of this place, you have to go outside of it. That's how you get out. You step outside.
Look what Janelle said.
Don't get heat stroke. Drink your water. Girl was 105.
Yeah.
It was 105. You could put an egg outside, and I'm pretty sure it will be cooked.
Yeah. Like, I ain't no food. Now, I ain't crazy.
You crazy,
but I ain't no food.
He ain't no food.
I'm drinking about 3 or 4 of these a day. Yeah. So,
but you good though. You retain water good. Like you don't. I don't know how he do it, man. He don't drink water and he's fine. Like he's just different.
Yeah. But
different spirit right here.
But yeah. So we know that this was more of a little bit of a rant. Nothing really structured, but this is whole chaos. This is what we're in right now.
Yeah, that's it.
We are in straight chaos.
Yep.
Okay, but it is in the midst of the chaos that you will find yourself.
Ooh.
Okay. Shout out to Kevin.
Shout out.
Shout out to, was it Wesley?
Kevin Wesley.
Kevin Wesley.
And no candle loses its flame by lighting another one.
Yes.
No candle loses its flame.
And also giving another shout out to one of our
that's
pillars.
Our shirt. That's our shirt right there. Yeah.
We made a shirt based off of that quote.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ralph said that they wanted to bury us, but they forgot that we were seeds.
They forgot who we were, man. They totally forgot. And I told my sons, I told them, I was like, listen, you know who I am, right? You know what my name is.
Results.
That's right. What's my name, babe?
Results.
Because I get it. I get results. If I only do things to produce a result, I don't care what it looks like on the outside. That is none of my business. What it looks like on the outside has absolutely nothing to do with me because I work from inside. And I know whatever is going on in here is going to eventually come out there. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I did. And so when we alchemized and we brought the results, went to the boys and I was like, what's my name? Results. So, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, see, I ain't the only one. Hold on, look here. Dixon
Okay,
said,
another crazy person. That's what's up.
said, I used to lay in the grassy hills in the sun growing up.
Nice.
Find myself doing a lot more lately.
That's right.
That's just, once again, that's one of those little small nudges. And to be honest, it's not something that I do every day, but I will say for the past 4 days, yeah, and it just started as a nudge. And to be honest, when that first nudge came, I was like, you lost your damn mind.
Probably did.
But I felt it so strong, and it's like, just lay in the grass, just keep your feet on the ground, and just let the sun come in, because we have to stay in high vibration. And when you think about just the chemical aspect of this, you're heating up your body, which is causing a chemical reaction, which is causing you to, in some shape, form, or fashion, to upgrade. We are just like the trees. And I think that's one of the things that actually got me to the point where I didn't really feel the heat. Because I'm like, if we have the same
DNA, very, very similar DNA,
just like the plants that are around us, they ain't bitching about the heat.
They good. I mean, they might get up and move every now and again, but y'all seen the videos of them plants moving? They actually moving from their spot and going someplace else.
Yeah. But that right there is just really that was a internal nudge, and I just followed it. And it's quite a few other people who are following these nudges.
Yes.
But once again, in following these nudges, don't let everybody know what you're doing.
No, keep it on the
hush. Okay? Because you know what, in this times that we're in right now, this is actually going, I'm all over the place. Once again, this is chaos, right? Because there was a reason, a real strong reason why we were telling everybody to do your shadow work.
Yeah.
Right? And actually, this is something that is talked about on The Man Who Fell to Earth. And I think that we are just going to wait until the first season is done before we do a breakdown on that.
Yeah.
If you all haven't seen The Man Who Fell to Earth,
go and look at it.
Go and watch it. There's so many nuggets, so many downloads in that series. It is ridiculous. But one of the things that he talked about in that series was about how humans are so controlled by their emotions, right? And in these times that we're in right now, it is really crucial to be neutral. Because when you're neutral, the ones who don't want to see you do well, and if they see you do well, they want to sabotage it. If you're neutral, they can't really tell whether or not you are succeeding or not. Okay? This is where you kind of have to camouflage within things, and you move through. It's kind of like, almost like The Walking Dead in one of the series.
Yeah, when she put the people on
when
blood and everything.
When they put the blood on them, they were able to walk through a crowd of zombies and not be attacked.
Yeah.
That's how we have to move. Okay? Because Spirit is giving each and every one of us, you may not have really tuned into it, but I'm telling you now, this is the time to really kind of unplug a little bit, really get in tune, because the spirits are giving each and every one of you an assignment to do, a mission to do. And we have to stop doing these side missions and actually start doing the real missions that need to happen right now. Because some things very crucial are about to start popping. So you really have to get in tune so that you can feel those nudges and understand those nudges so that we can do what we need to do. Because pretty soon, the rest of the collective that's holding up this construct, they're getting wind to, hold on, this is some BS.
Their hands are shaky. Now their hands tired. They're tired holding it up.
Like,
they're about to go like
this.
Man, I'm tired of this shit.
It's coming.
Yeah.
It is coming.
Yeah,
I would have never thought in my lifetime that we would be experiencing such a thing as
it is
this.
crumbling. Listen, I had a Bible friend. When I tell you this girl was you can nothing about her Savior Jesus. You can tell her nothing. Okay, she will argue down your throat, throw the scriptures down your throat. She went to Africa to live for about a year. And mind you, when I used to tell her, you know, the knowledge and whatnot, she would be like, "You crazy." I don't know about you. You sound crazy. So when she went to Africa and she saw the, you know, the way of living, she saw the culture, she woke up to the truth. She came back and now she's calling me, "Lisha, I thought you was crazy when you was talking all them stuff." And now she's telling me, "You know about the Moors? You know about this? You know about that? Oh my God, I can't believe they lied to us." And she is like wide awake and she's really mad because literally she just found out she's been lied to her whole life. Right? Now, when you wake up from that sleep, right, and you really realize that you have been lied to, you go through a period of being angry. So she's at that phase where she's very angry. Yeah. You know, she's vengeful.
Break this whole
she want to break the ship. You know what I'm saying? But it's a phase. You get past that phase because you wake up in phases, right? But most people get really, really pissed off once it really sinks in and you realize that you've been literally lied to your entire life. It's like a slap in the face. So she's at that point right now. And there's a lot of other people who is really they're becoming more aware, they're becoming more conscious, they're questioning things, you know, things are not adding up. So they're starting to ask questions like, how come, you know, this doesn't make sense? Like, why you told me this when I was growing up, but it's really actually this. You know what I mean? And we're all gonna get there. It's not a rush, it's not a race. You know, we all get to destination, or not destination, journey, I should say. We all get to, you know, different levels in our journey in different times. There's no set thing, or I'm woke before you. It's none of that.
Right. Yeah, and shout out to you, Janelle. Thank you so much for tuning in.
There you go. Thank
you so much for tuning in from Facebook.
Thank
and what's
you
she
so
saying
much, Holly. She said, "Someone told me that the truth will set you free, but first it will piss you off." Facts. Facts.
Straight facts.
It will piss you off. Because listen, you're basing your entire life, you're making all these type of decisions, and once you find out you made so many choices and so many decisions based off of a lie, it's pissed you off. Because you could have done a lot of stuff different had you known the truth. So yeah, it'll make you mad.
Yeah, it's coming out, and I know Forbidden Knowledge is making it his mission.
My gosh, he does not care. Y'all go look at Forbidden Knowledge page with the number 4. Forbidden Knowledge.
Forbidden Knowledge.
He breaks it down to the T. Like, if you don't get it after he breaks it down, it's because you're suffering from Stockholm syndrome, and there's no shade. It's just what it is. If you don't get it after he breaks it down multiple times, which he's been doing for years, either you have Stockholm syndrome or you have what's called cognitive dissonance, right? Cognitive dissonance is when something comes in and it shatters and it crushes your entire belief system. And so because you don't want to believe, right, that your entire belief system was a lie, what your mind is going to start doing, it's going to start fighting. And it's even though what you're being presented, it's logical and it's factual, and it makes, because of what you've been taught, what you've believed, you're gonna knock it down, and you're gonna find some way to not really take in truth.
Right.
Once you teach someone a lie originally, and they did studies on this, if you teach a child a lie originally, it is much more difficult for them to really accept the truth, because the original program was a lie.
You know what? I was actually talking to somebody about that today, but I'm gonna tell you the full story on it, right? Because we were watching a motivational video, and everybody was talking about the different points of what really stood out to them, right? But for me, the first thing that stood out was how the guy was talking about the power of your imagination. And you have to understand that your imagination is literally a story that you're telling yourself. Okay, and we know that facts tell and stories sell. Okay, so if you want somebody to buy a product, you want somebody to buy this water, you tell them a awesome story about it, and they end up buying. Well, here's the thing that happens when it comes to your reality. You tell yourself enough stories, whether it's good or let me break it down this way. The story can be for your benefit or it can be to your detriment. Okay, but if you keep hearing the story that's to your detriment and you just keep feeding into it, after a while you're gonna believe that that's your story.
Wow.
And then you're gonna start playing that out
and living it. Now you're living a lie.
Right.
Wow.
So we have to be very, very conscious and aware of our thoughts.
Yes.
What we are pondering about.
The people that we let in our circle. Because I promise you, right now my circle looks like a dot.
That's the circle.
Nah, that's big.
That's big. Hold
on. Let me get a pen. I'm about to show them what my circle look like.
Hold on. Let me,
you know when you take a pen and you go like that? That's what my circle look like now. That is how big my circle is. Just imagine taking a that's too much.
This
get a pen
right here is still too big.
And you go like this. That's my circle.
A dot.
A dot. That's
a dot is our circle right
now. That's it. It's a dot. All right? Because, you just have to be really, really cool. It'll grow over time, but it's going to grow with verification.
Yeah. Yeah. Because what's going to happen is that our real families are going to be revealed to us.
Yes, they're coming.
Our real family is going to be revealed to us. Just because you're blood, and I know some of y'all know this.
Yeah.
Just because you're blood doesn't mean that that's your family.
I don't mean, I'm telling you, I don't want to cuss, but that don't have anything to do with the price of rice in China.
No.
Okay?
No.
It has nothing, absolutely nothing to do with the price of rice in China.
Yes.
You will recognize your tribe by their vibe. And I'm not talking about no fake vibe. I'm talking about real, you'll feel it.
Yes.
When you're getting those indications, when you're getting those red flags, you have to pay attention to the red flags.
Right.
When you don't pay attention to the red flags, that's when we meet up on oopsies. Okay?
Yeah. So once again, before we head out, I just want to once again give a big shout out to ADT.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Go check her out, guys. She is in
Miss Fire.
Miss Fire. We love you so much.
Thank you.
Day one, man.
To Teresa.
Teresa.
I love you, sis.
Oh my God.
Okay. And last but not least, we had one of our best friends transition.
Oh my gosh.
But we're going to do a proper tribute for him. He was on one of our videos back when all of the George Floyd things were going on and people were marching out in the streets and burning shit down. He was out there in them streets.
He was our news reporter.
Showing everything that was going on and revealing what was really out there. Despite what the news was trying to portray, what was actually happening, he was actually showing what was really going on during those times. And he actually transitioned on, what was it, the 13th?
The 13th.
Wow, 13th.
And today is when they're having the memorial for him, which, man, we got some stories to tell you.
23rd.
23 right now is a very, very significant number for us both. If you look at our logo, you'll see it's 32. There's 23 backwards. Birthday, it's 23 is like, and we've been seeing 23 for what, a week straight?
Yeah.
Like constantly 23.
Get a donation, $23.
$23.
A bill comes up $23.
The new place is 23.
Yeah, it's
square foot, whatever.
Yeah, the new, wow, it's just
a lot.
So much.
It's everywhere.
Right? It is literally everywhere. And hopefully we didn't leave anything out. Last but not least, if you all are just checking in and you didn't catch it from the beginning, this is actually going to be the last time that you are going to see this background.
So check it out.
Okay, because we are going to be transitioning to our new spot, a higher elevated spot, and we're going to be we're going to be out this piece.
We are going to be out this piece. You know, it is a blessing. It was meant to be something else, but it turned around for the better. And I want to just shout out ADT. This is her restaurant. It's called A Tailored Experience. And let me tell you guys, her food is freaking, man. I'm not just saying that because she's our day one, but the food is really, 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 really good. And it's good for you. How about that? The food is actually good for you. It's like vegan, you know, and she actually makes the food. So it's made with love. Like, she really loves cooking, and you taste it in the food. Like, we just took a drive to Mobile just to eat.
Yeah.
We was in there. It's on the Instagram page.
Yeah.
Food is just, it's like, I feel like I want some right now.
Right.
It is really good. After we finished with the transition and moving and whatnot, I think I'm gonna go down and get me some soul food.
Yeah, we go. Yeah, ADT, we coming down to Mobile once again.
Yeah, we'll be there. We're supposed to be there before, but all this stuff happened, you know, with this transition and whatnot. Now we do, Teresa, which is our friend, very good friend, my sister. She did actually, she created a GoFundMe for us to help us with the transition, and I'm so glad that she did that. Now, if any one of you would like the link to the GoFundMe, search, you know, further with the transition, because this is a huge transition. We would, you probably put it in the chat. I don't know if you put it in the chat.
We may have to,
or maybe you can just send us an email. Send us an email. If we can put it in the chat, we would.
Yeah.
But if you are interested in donating to the GoFundMe, to kind of help with the transition, send us an email. We'll
actually, I'm going to.
You can put it in the chat.
Put it in the chat. Because we still got a couple of things to do.
It's been a big transition.
So this is.
Had to alchemize. But listen, guys, go join our Patreon, because for those of you who are just coming in, we have such a huge story, but we want to do it on our Patreon. So go over to our Patreon, become a member, so that you guys can be a part of the journey and the experience, because we're going to relive it for you guys. And some of the things that we experience, it sounds like a movie. It literally sounds like a movie. Like this morning, I woke up at 3:33 on the dot. I just jumped up out of my sleep. And I wasn't tired. I was up. Like, I'm up. I'm like, shoot. Like, I'm like, why am I up? You know, I just opened my eyes and I'm just up. Like, I've been up for 3 hours. And so I got the feeling to check right? So I checked my account. And I got another strong urge to transfer some of my savings account, take it out of my check and put it into my savings. So I follow the urge, and these are the nudges that we're talking about, which it's really important for you to listen to those nudges, right? So I followed it. I didn't question it, and that's what I haven't been doing. I've just been following these nudges, and it's definitely saving our lives. So I went ahead and I took the funds out of the checking, put it into the savings. Listen, I kid you not. This was it. So I did this. Got it done at 3:35. Remember, I woke up at 3:33. By 3:35, I transferred the funds into the savings. 3:36, okay? There was someone trying to take money out of the checking account. Do you understand what I'm saying here, guys? Do you understand? Do you understand the level of guidance? Do you understand the level of guidance?
High level.
This is high level guidance. High level guidance. At 3:33 in the morning, I was jolted out my sleep to transfer my funds in my account. Y'all probably think I'm lying, but I screenshotted it. I screenshotted it. I'm gonna share it on Patreon, in the Patreon. I screenshotted it. I told my baby this morning, I said, I know you're not gonna believe me. That's why I screenshotted it, so you can see. I showed Teresa. She was like, damn. So it's
I would've
just these
believed
little, yeah, you would have believed me. It's just these little nudges, small guidance, you know, that you really pay attention to. If your higher self is telling you, you know what I'm saying, leave such and such alone for right now because that energy doesn't match your current situation, listen. What we got going on here, Vinci 2020?
Oh, she was just talking about how when we were talking about George Floyd, that something popped up on CNN talking about his sentencing. But that's also about. Here's the other thing about that is that it's not the human beings that are running things as far as when it comes to social media and advertising. It is all AI driven.
Androids.
Especially if you have your if your phone has your microphone permission on it. Like right now, if we were to say, you know what, I want to go and get some donuts from Krispy Kreme.
It works.
Like, I kid you not. Just
it works.
Go on Facebook and say some random shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? I need a new bed.
Yeah.
And just scroll on Facebook, and after a minute,
seeing beds. Say, gosh, I need to go to an Airbnb this weekend. Just say it. Just put. That's how you find places.
Just hold up your phone.
Yeah.
While you scrolling through it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? What's a good vegan restaurant to go to? And then it literally it pops up.
Scroll a couple pages and you'll see it pops up. So they listen to you all the time. Like they're always
because they're not creating. Right now, the AI is still in its learning phase.
Yeah.
I actually turned down some jobs last year to do because they needed people in helping AI to learn.
Right, and to have to program the masses.
Yeah, so if you don't want to contribute to AI learning, you can be like me and my microphone access to my phone is cut off. The location access is cut off.
He OCD. If we going down, it's gonna be my fault.
Okay. I mean, I ain't trying to help this AI. Like they ain't trying to help me.
Yeah, you could have got a good position though with the one when they wanted you to help to program them to wear the masks and stuff like that and make the designs and the color. Listen, this thing is well thought out, guys. You know, they didn't get the whole world to wear masks in 5 days just by twiddling their thumbs. They had a lot that went into it with the programming. You know, with the designer, like they wanted to hire him to help them program the masses with the color coordination scheme.
I was like, no.
Everything. Okay.
Like I literally turned down a paying gig.
Yeah, he told him, nah, bro. I ain't doing that.
I'm not gonna like like real talk. Right when the whole situation popped off, there were so many job openings for graphic designers to help in pushing the agenda. And they weren't paying little chump change.
No, it was paying, baby. It was paying.
They were paying like they weigh.
It was paying like they weigh. And you know, that's the time when you have to ask yourself, do you want to be a part of the problem or the part of the solution? Like with our current situation that we were facing, right? Let me just give you a little sneak peek in our business real quick. There was this particular program that they wanted me to be a part of, right? And this program, they call it the voucher program, whatever. And so they were going to give me my rent, security deposit, housing and whatnot, and all that good stuff, right? But one of their requirements was that to take the men out of the household, right? So I couldn't have my baby with me, and my eldest son, who was 21, he couldn't be with me either. So we would have to split apart. So once we split apart, then they were willing to help me. So you know what I did? I gave them my finger. I said, fuck you. I'm not doing that. Yes, it would have been nice to get the help, but see, what I would have done if I accepted that, I would have been a part of the problem, not a part of the solution. And you know, they were trying to tell me how I have to go through this whole rigmarole of the splitting up. So I said, so let me ask you this. So the way that you help people is to actually split up family. You know what the lady said? Oh, nobody never really asked me that. So you mean to tell me that you're splitting up families on a daily basis and nobody never questioned and asked you why you're doing this? She's like, no, I'm just doing my job, and that's just a part of the criteria.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, so you know cognitively that this is what this is, right?
Yeah.
She's like, you know, I never thought of it like that. See, appreciate program is running, right? So it's either you can get things. I mean, in this world, you can get things, but it's like, what are you willing to give up for what are you willing to receive? You know, you got to see this balance. This is balanced out, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we turned it down.
Yep.
We told them no. We are not doing it. We will find another way. We would alchemize, which we did, and we were able to get our own stuff without, you know, feeding the problem. It took a lot of energy. It took a lot of meditation. It took a lot of focus. It took a lot of but at least, you know, I could rest well at night knowing that I was not a part of the problem. Right.
Yeah. And that's why the shadow work is so key. If we had not done the work,
oh my gosh.
If we had not done the work,
yeah, it would have been a whole different story. Again, if you guys would like to contribute towards, you know, our process, the GoFundMe is right there in the chat. We would appreciate anything that you could at the moment.
I think I pinned it in the chat.
It's pinned in the chat?
Yeah, it's pinned in the chat.
It's pinned in the chat. So if you guys can give anything to help to assist us with this transition, we would greatly appreciate it. I mean, some of the donations did come from the GoFundMe to really help us to make this transition, and we are ever so grateful. That is one of the ways that we alchemize, you know, is just finding another source. You know what I'm saying?
Because there's always another source.
It's always another source.
And one of the things we also understand is that for every problem,
there's a solution. There is a solution, because the solution is there even for the problem.
Yeah.
So we said, you know what? We're not going to do this. And it's sad because what I started noticing is that they literally do this, and it's geared towards especially, you know, the lower, if when you call minority, whatever. This affects the minority, the splitting of the family.
Mm-hmm.
You know, take the dad out of the household. Why do we have to take the dad out of the household for you to help the mother? You know what I mean? It's that's one of the things that I'm gonna challenge as soon as I settle myself, because I think that's a big problem.
Yeah, a huge problem. But just real quick, for those who donated on the GoFundMe, I'm just gonna name out a couple of people. We had quite a few people that did anonymous donations, so you know who you are if you donated anonymously. Thank you.
Thank you.
To Catherine Climber, thank you.
Oh, that's the Climber.
Yes. To Willie, big supporter, thank you.
Thank you.
And to Veronica, who is
that's our number one.
Honeydew.
Man, Honeydew been with us since we had 1 subscriber.
Yes.
We had 1 subscriber, was Honeydew, man, and she is an amazing soul.
Yes. So we still have more to go.
Yeah.
Because believe me, y'all, this is not even the tip of the iceberg.
It's really not.
Okay. But we wanted to come in here and provide some type of encouragement.
Yes.
Some type of light at the end of the tunnel. Okay. This is not the time to wild out. This is not the time to boast about what you have going on. It's to move in silence. Move in silence and to be silent so that you can hear that small little voice or feel those nudges that tell you to do certain things that are for your benefit.
Right. And don't forget, you can trust, but make sure you verify. That's very, very, very important. And understand that when you've gone through and you've done all your shadow work and you've done all of your drinking your tea and burning your sage and getting your crystals, and you find yourself at a really nice, peaceful, tranquil place, you also have to be very mindful. You know, you have to kind of guard that space that you were elevated to. And just don't let any and anybody come in and really try to dismantle what you worked so hard to achieve. Because believe you me, they will try you.
They want to come through and tear it down. Don't let them get their foot in that door.
No, you feel the energy. You feel it out first. Trust, but verify. That's one of the big lessons that we have learned for the past 6 months. You got to trust, but verify. If I have that high frequency, when you go in heart space, you could be up there in Dixieland. You know what I'm saying? But you got to be mindful, right?
Right. All right, y'all. More likely this computer is about to shut down. It's hot. So we love y'all.
We love you guys.
And we will see y'all. Well, the next time you see us,
we're going to be in a different place.
It's going to be in a different place.
You're going to love it. You're going to love it.
All right. We love y'all.
Peace out.